I didn't practice last week at all. It's come to make this video, and as I'm saying this, it sounds like such a trivial, not so important thing. So Kaidi, you didn't practice for a week? So what? But after having been consistent for 21 weeks, so that's a bit more than 5 months, with training every week, and obviously the amount of time I spent on training is varied, but I've always kept my 2-day rule, which means that I wouldn't go more than 2 days without doing my practice. And then now, last week, the entire week passed and I didn't practice. Yeah, I wish that this video was me just really emphasizing the importance of resting, and that I had planned that after 5 months-ish, I was gonna put in a week of rest so that I could kind of digest the work I've been putting in and taking time to reflect, to recharge, and especially to redirect the thoughts I had from the week before that. And that this whole week of me taking it easy was part of my grand plan to reach my goals. But that wouldn't be true if I said that. I don't know what happened. Actually, the trip I did to Barcelona for the battle, that was during a weekend, and knowing that I was going to be traveling and that I didn't really know how much time and space I would have to do my full practice, I counted that I was gonna not be on it. But then after the weekend, when I got back home, I didn't get back to training. I mean, I did have things to do. I had my dad was visiting. I worked at my part-time job. I taught one dance class. I had an acupuncture treatment. Yeah, and the week passed, and I didn't do anything that made it impossible for me to practice. So yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you. So last week I didn't practice, and the fact that I didn't consciously plan in a week of, okay, I'm gonna rest this week. Every day I was thinking, oh, one more day where I haven't gotten to my practice. And then the next day, and then the next day. So during these days, I did realize also that without practicing, I just felt also I had so much time, which on one side was nice to get to have a different type of space. I also just realized how big part practice is of in my life, especially now, since I really found this, really got into the habit of practicing a lot. And I want it like that because I also notice how I'm just happy when I practice, when I get to practice, when I get to spend that time on always trying to improve my skills. Every time to try to push a little bit more. I can always become better. Not that I am not enough, but that I see the potential of more. I keep opening something up that shows me, oh, there is more. Nice. Okay, there's more to explore, and I want to explore more. That's why practice is important, and I really felt that I didn't. It was also a reminder. Building a habit is hard. It takes a lot of effort to build up a habit, and it's ridiculously easy to let go of that habit. Yeah, it took me a while to really get into having these routines and finding a way that I want to practice and to keep that consistent, to keep this 2-day rule and to really just go and go and go. That took work. But to not was just a decision of not getting to it. if you have managed to build up a habit of something that is giving you motivation, or like is adding to your practice or your training or whatever makes you happy, don't take that work for granted. Sometimes it's easy to forget how hard it is to get something going. But yeah, just a reminder that if you have a habit that is consistent, value that and yeah, keep it going, because it took work to get there, and you're doing a good job to maintaining it. But yeah, it's very easy to let go. So this is basically a video of me just saying how much I love practicing, and I need it to be my daily routine. I also had to think of, I did a workshop years ago by Ido Portal. I want to remember that I heard it there, but the comparison to like our skills that we build up or that we learn, these skills are like, you know, apps on your phone, especially clear on my phone now, where I scroll, like I swipe on my menu and I see how my phone gradually starts to remove apps that I don't use frequently. And at a certain point, if I haven't used it a lot, I need to download it again. If you accumulate skills, these are like apps that you're downloading to your body. If you stop using those skills, your body's gonna slowly but surely start to delete them. Very simply put, it's like a use it or lose it principle or tendency. So it's a phrase that I got to hear, and like an imagery then stuck with me, and it came back during this week now. Use it or lose it. If we just have that as in the back of our heads, because if you're training, you're putting time into learning things, if you don't visit these things, if you don't practice them consistently, at a certain point your body is gonna say ciao to that skill. If it's something that you value and you really want to keep, then keep going. Hold on to the consistency, and especially hold on to the commitment to you and to your practice. That's basically it for this week. My last week didn't do nothing. So yeah, but it's okay. As soon as I got reminded of the use it or lose it, and just realizing how important practice is to me, on Sunday I got back to it, and it was a bit heavy, but it felt good. And then, well, what followed next was a residency where I got the space to work on a solo, and that was super exciting, but that's for next week. And don't be too hard on yourself if you ever do get out of your routines or habits. Just know that you can just get back to it. You're just one decision away from it. Go out there, enjoy your practice, and I will see you in the next video.